Hey Sagittarius card, and there's the Two of Cups. So if you're single, you are ready to mingle. If you're watching this and you're like, nope, have no interest in meeting anybody, then then good on you. But this is telling me that some of you Saggies are very interested in meeting somebody. It's like a dreamy, it's kind of a happy-go-lucky. Some of you haven't even started looking, but you're just kind of like absorbed with the energy of meeting somebody. I don't know if you've just all of a sudden gotten to a good place where you feel like you would be a good partner, or not that you're not a good partner, but sometimes we have to get things in order in our life to feel like bringing a relationship is a good idea. Bringing a relationship in is a good idea. So the Two of Cups here, this just tells me either you've met somebody, you're going to be meeting somebody. I mean, what better way to start a reading, especially singles, than with the Two of Cups? It's twin flame, it's the karmic, it's the soul connection, whatever. However you believe it, people always correct me in the bottom and say, well, it's twin flame or it's soul mate, whatever it is to you. The Two of Cups is attraction, that's intimacy, it's a connection on a very, very deep level. So it tells me you're heading in a very intimate direction this month, Sagittarius. All right, your first card coming into the month is the Four of Swords. This is your current position. The Four of Swords is rest, recuperation, relaxation. So some of you have gotten off of either really stressful job, situations, or maybe even just dating for a long time and you were like, oh, it's not working. And you've like revamped, you've taken time off. You're kind of coming in. I feel like you're coming into this month that you would be open to meeting somebody. You want to meet somebody. But at the same time, you're not like in a rush. You're kind of like, we'll take our time. I'm going to take my time, see how it goes, see where the road takes me. So definitely you're feeling like in like a comfort zone. I keep hearing comfort zone. Like you're in a space right now that you're like mentally and physically okay and getting clarity, and you're like happy go lucky to date, but you're not going to like wear yourself out about it. The next card you have is how you're feeling coming into the month. And you have the Moon. The Moon is Pisces card, so you could be dealing with a Pisces, but this is a confused card. This is a confusion type, sometimes I say shadiness, no offense to Pisces, but the Moon it's a conflict. It's not knowing, it's feeling like an illusion. It's a fear, but it's also fearing something that's not there. So internally, it's like you're resting and you really want to find somebody, but there's this underlying bubble of some sort here where you're like, maybe I'll never meet anybody, or dating sucks, or I've been down this road before. So it's weird because I feel like internally and what's going on, the face you're putting out there is, I'm excited, I really want to meet somebody, and you really do, but there's this like, is my time running out? Or, I've been to this rodeo, it hasn't worked before, but I'm going to try it again, and I really want to find this, but like, I just keep feeling this clock ticking. Like some of you are like, if I don't, then I'll just be single for the rest of my life. But it's not like that. I don't think it's going to be like that at all. But some of you, your mentality is like, well, it's been a while and I've given some energy into trying to find somebody before and it hasn't quite gone my way. So it's like a skeptical energy, but still not giving up hope. The next card you have is your distant past, or the past 5-10 years. It could be throughout childhood. Now you have the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is swift movement. It's quick. It's forced movement. So for some of you, I feel like you guys got married quick because you were having kids or something. There was some sort of like force into it, or maybe it was financially it just made sense, or you were young lovers, high school sweethearts, whatever. Because the Eight of Wands makes me feel like this was a relationship that like you had to get into, and not somebody forced you into it, but like you were young, you were pregnant, or your significant other was pregnant, or again, you were college or high school sweethearts, and it was just like the thing, but then it kind of, you grew out of it. It almost like because you became friends. It became more of a like roommate situation than it did lust or love. Now this could also be somebody who comes in and out of your life regularly, and this month it's kind of like the universe is saying, don't do it again. Like whoever this is that comes in and out, the news from afar, like they pop in like once a year, once every other year, maybe once every 6 months, and they're like, hey, and you're kind of like, no, you're taking up space. And I think you've kind of figured that out. Maybe you're resting and recuperating from this person who comes in and out of your life saying, oh, I love you, I really want to see you, I want to spend time with you, and like, you're like, I can smell the BS like a mile away. This is crap, because literally they come in and out and tell you what they think you want to hear, but nothing ever comes to fruition. The next card you have is your immediate past, over the past few weeks, past month or so, and you have the Two of Pentacles. Now, this card's been showing up a lot, so this tells me a lot of signs are trying to balance things out in the beginning of this year. The Two of Pentacles is balance. It's priorities. It's change. So something, again, I feel like some of you do have somebody that comes in and out of your life, or somebody that you've been talking to, or you've been dating, and you thought it was going to come to something and it didn't, and maybe you had to have a resting period, and now you're changing things up. You're like, look, this is what I want. Yeah, am I nervous about it? Do I feel like, hey, am I ever going to meet this person who's actually like going to come to fruition and we're really going to make a move for it? But this is kind of a balance or change of your actions, because I kind of feel like you've been stuck in this rut, but you've kept yourself in the rut. And if it is like somebody you've dated, or if it is somebody who comes in and out of your life, you've allowed this to continue, and it's taking up the energy that you could be focusing on meeting somebody else. So you're definitely changing the way you're going to go about dating and meeting people this month. The next card you have is your distant future. So over the next few months, and you have the Page of Pentacles. So this is being practical. This is being responsible about decisions and finding somebody. And again, responsible popped up in like bright red for me, because I feel like you're not being responsible, or you haven't been responsible with, and not in a negative way, but like you haven't been responsible with your feelings, your needs, your wants. Like, you've placated other people. You've always been, you know, there for other people. You've been consistent and attentive to other people, and they're not for you necessarily, or they haven't been in a while. And the Page of Pentacles is saying, so you're aspiring, because this is somebody who's aspiring to do great things, or wanting to meet people, wanting to meet somebody significant, but at the same time, you're being responsible and pragmatic about it. You're not like going to run out and be like, oh, hey, you know, like everybody you meet is not like the one. You're being a little more reserved and being like, okay, I need to take care of me, and I need to figure out what I want, and I need to hold to those values and expectations, because I think you faltered in allowing people to come in who maybe just aren't really good for you. The next card you have is your immediate future. So throughout the month of March. Yeah, and see, who is this? Sagittarius. I don't know who this is, but it's funny. I think this card has shown up in every read, and in every read I've said, this card, I cannot get rid of this card. I don't know what's going on. But this is a wall. So a lot of signs are changing a lot and balancing out, but putting walls up. This makes me feel somebody's around you. It doesn't even have to be a love or something. It could be a family member. Somebody's like dragging you down. Because the Seven of Wands is like a defense. It's a strategy. It's feeling manipulated. So somebody's either in and out of your life, or contacting you, or people who are like more friends with benefits, or people who are not really serious about what you're wanting, because you're wanting something significant. These people are coming into your life, or maybe have been hanging around for a while, and they're like, hey, but I want to see you, but I like you, but I think you're cool. But you know, like, there's nothing going on there. You know that that they have nothing to back up what they say. And so this is your wall going up. This is you going, no. Like, I'm not doing this anymore. I feel like you maybe made a decision to like drop the bad habits, drop the people who aren't suiting you. And again, it doesn't even have to be people you're dating. It could be family. It could be people who are deterring you from being the best you, or finding the best person for you. So yeah, just be careful, because like whoever this is doesn't have your back, and you know it. And I think you're making strides to change letting this negative energy in your life. The next card you have is anything that's going to happen tangibly this month. So something that's going to happen throughout the month could be the beginning, middle, end, and you have the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is assessment. It's assessing a situation, which makes perfect sense, because I get this heavy feeling there's somebody else going on. There's somebody else in tow here, Sagittarius. Again, it could be a lover, it could be a family member, but it's somebody that like, it won't let you move on from your life. And not a reconciliation. It's not somebody that you're like, oh, I wish we could get back together. But it's like somebody who takes up your time and space and energy, and they're just not worth it. They're keeping you, or they're, you know, drowning some of your energy that could be spent elsewhere meeting somebody better. The Seven of Pentacles, again, is assessing a situation and making a choice. I feel like some of you are nervous about cutting this energy off, or you're nervous about, you know, just getting back out there in general, because you feel like you're not sure what's going on. So at some point, you're going to make a decision either to cut off this bad energy. Maybe you already have, but they're continuing to contact you, so you have to block them. Or it could just be, again, you finally getting out there and dating. But I feel like you'll do it like in a way that suits you, so that you can still rest and relax, and then just check online when you want, or go to a meetup group when you want. It's like you're doing it on your terms this time. The next card you have is how you're feeling throughout the month. Again, could be the beginning, middle, end. Now, this is the Six of Wands. This is achievement. This is pride. This is success. So I feel like whatever you're leaning towards or whatever you're looking for, you can be successful. You're going to feel, I think you're going to meet a few people that are going to make you grow more confident, more confident, more confident in dating or in finding somebody or being able to develop that. Like, it's kind of like you're moving at a very slow pace, which I think is really healthy, actually. And when you continue to move on and block out whatever this energy is, you're going to feel more successful, more like you're actually heading towards what it is you've wanted all along. The next card you have is your hopes and fears for the outcome. And this is the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is about hard work. It's about due diligence. It's about putting the time and effort into it. And I think that's the thing, is you're hoping that if you put time and energy into finding the right person, and you put this type of energy out there, and you block out any negative energy, anything that's keeping you from feeling balanced, if you put that work into yourself and into finding somebody, who could really be a good match, that you could feel successful with, that you would take pride in having a relationship with that person, then you can really get what you want. And I think you've realized, like, it's going to take some work. The Eight of Pentacles is somebody who's willing to put in the work to find it. But if this is what you're looking for, then that's what needs to be done, because, it does take work to meet people, especially nowadays in the dating scene. All right, the next card you have is your outcome for the month. You have the Nine of Pentacles. So the Nine of Pentacles is perfect. You go 8, 9. So you're going in succession. And the Nine of Pentacles is about feeling accomplished, feeling successful. Very similar to this card. The Nine of Pentacles is a contentedness. It's feeling like you're actually achieving and gaining what you're looking for. So this tells me that you are being very due diligent in finding somebody. I feel like you're going to find kind of a niche that works for you. Like, you're going to find either a dating site or a meetup group, or, maybe some people are going to, what are those dating gurus that kind of set you up with people. And so I feel like some of you are headed in the right direction with the Nine of Pentacles, where you're just going to feel like, okay, now I'm actually meeting people, or there's actually people out here I'm interested in that, don't take up negative energy, that don't feed me lines of BS that I have to kind of fish through all the time. All right. The next card you have, is the Knight of Swords. Now, the Knight of Swords is somebody who's a little hostile, somebody who's confrontational, somebody who tells it like it is. So I feel like that may be your end game here. Not game in a bad way, not like you're playing games, but you have a goal here, right? And so you're right now with the Knight of Swords, when you date people and it doesn't work out, instead of allowing them to kind of suck energy out of you, or to stick around even when they're not proving themselves, even when you know that they're full of it, even when you know it's not going anywhere. Some of you have done that in the past. The Knight of Swords is saying you're getting rid of all of it. You're going, nope, it's not going to work for me. And this goes further, because this goes into the people you're going to meet. You're going to have a lot of opportunities this month. And I feel like for the next few months, Sagittarius, you're going to have people kind of rolling in that you could get to know and date. Here comes the one that you're going to ride the chariot with. But the Knight of Swords is saying, like, you're cutting through the bullshit. You can read the red flags a mile away, and you know what you want to get to here. So you're just not going to put up with the bullshit anymore. You're like, nope, if it doesn't feel right, if it doesn't, I'm not going to try and fit the round peg in a square hole, because it's not working for me. So instead of placating people and trying to adapt to what works for them, no, this is about Sagittarius getting what they want and what they deserve, and the other person in turn gives them what they want and deserve, and you reciprocate. So your clarifying card for the distant future is the Chariot. I like this for you. So this is Cancer's card. You could be dealing with Cancer, and you have 2 water signs here, so you might be dealing with water signs in general, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. But the Chariot is 2 people who are moving in the same direction. If and I always use this example, so you've probably heard it a million times. If the horses are going in opposite directions, the chariot stands still. You don't go anywhere. When they're moving together, it's forward momentum. So this tells me you're going to meet somebody once you cut out the bullshit, once you get rid of whatever negative energy is going on here. And it's not bad. It's just somebody that I think you need to, like, displace in your life right now, or at least shut down for a while. The chariot is saying somebody's going to come into your life here that is moving forward, that has a forward momentum that would be very beneficial for you. Because together as a team, you guys could ride off into the sunset on a very smooth path and work really well. So Sagittarius, I feel like you're very, you're very level-headed and where you're going and what you want. And you're not willing to deter from that anymore. You know what you want. You're not willing to, you're not willing to settle. All right. I hope you guys have a great month. Bye.